Well, there we are. I'm still posting messages here in the chat and the comments. So, and I'll put one more thing in here, and then we'll talk here. Just give me a second. Cut, a little slow on the cut and paste tonight. There we go. Okay. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And pardon the mess up in the back here, but that's the way it is sometimes. Anyway, do the best we can. I gotta fix this light because it's glaring right on my glasses. And the other thing over here, that's the other glare. Give me a second. Let me shut this off. There, that's better. Okay. Anyway, so yes, like I said last week, I'm still messing with the cameras and stuff like that. We'll get it all figured out one of these days. Okay. Interesting here. Sorry, just noticed something peculiar over there, and nothing unusual. All right. Again, welcome. This is Vintage Dust by George G, as we are called. Although on the channel name now, you'll see that, I think. Excuse me. Oh, great. I'm going to tickle my throat tonight. So, and my computer is complaining that we're being tracked. Oh, excuse me a second. I'm going to have to mute so I can get myself, take care of my throat here. Be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I know you had to listen to me coughing, but I didn't think to mute the microphone too. Okay. Anyway, welcome. And we are here. I'm going to go through my usual spiel here in case there's somebody new out there. Yeah, pardon me. I got a lozenge in my mouth to try and keep me from coughing. We are up here in northwest Vermont, about 95 miles from Montreal, Quebec. About an hour or so, maybe less, to the Canadian border with Quebec, just off the interstate. And we're about 18 miles due northeast, I guess you'd call it, of Burlington, Vermont, the largest city in Vermont. Vermont, by the way, is the second smallest state population-wise in the United States. I think Wyoming is the smallest. Excuse me. And it's an interesting place to live. I have to say that. I'm not going to talk about any of the local stuff other than it's a beautiful state. And we are up in the mountains. I can see Mount Mansfield from my front yard. And yes, we get snow, but no, we live with it. So, okay. So we'll go through the spiel. If you're new, please email me your real name, your YouTube name, so I know we can connect the two together. Your shipping and your PayPal information. We do invoice through PayPal and use Pirate Ship to calculate the shipping. I do the best I can with trying to minimize the shipping costs, but of course I want to make sure the package is secure enough that nothing gets broken. I try to get out things. Lately, I've been remiss in at least a couple of invoices from a while back. But I'm all caught up on the major ones at least here. We do have some silver and gold. Take that back. I know we have some silver items in it. Whether I have any gold, it'd be probably gold filled or gold plated. I'll let you know when we have them and what my confidence is on them. My test kit for some reason is not working right. Something wrong. Maybe the chemicals have kind of aged or something. They do age, so that is where that is. Let's see. What else? I think that's about it. I'm always open to having folks join me if somebody wants to. Hey Barb, here for a while. Okay, I think Barb, you were interested in was it you that was interested in the Freddie Mercury, or was it one of the other people? I cannot recall. But I got two of them tonight. Two Freddie Mercury items, prints. One's a numbered print, so that's there. Excuse me. I've got a few non-jewelry items. I think there's some people that were asking about rings last week. I have made sure I brought a few here. Some of them might be repeats from previous auctions, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to try and do too much here in person. I think I am going to switch to the other camera and we'll go from there. We'll see how it works out. There are some things that I'll have to show on this camera that, like the Mercury stuff. So that will be interesting to see if there's any interest in those. What was the other thing I thought was interesting? I do have a couple. I get one leather bag and one purse, tote. Actually, it's a tote tonight as well. And I have what was the other thing? Just some oddball things here and there. I think that we'll just toss out there and see what they are. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, I do have some. Get my clipboard out of the way here so it's not blocking me. And then I'm going to have to switch cameras here. Oh, and I didn't even set it up. Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't pay attention. Not paying attention. I thought I had left it set up from last week. And I have my little table off to the side here. Just give me a second. Thought I was all organized this week. Not. So let me get this camera set up. And we'll go from there. And then, yeah, I'm going to start with jewelry right away, I think. And let's do that. Keep things from getting tangled up here. So I have a bunch of jewelry tonight. Some interesting stuff, I think. I hope you find interesting. So let's start with a pair of earrings. They're on a card, kind of weird. So I'm going to switch cameras here. Just bear with me. Uh-oh. There it is. Okay. Oh, nope. I'll take them. Bring it down. Bring them up close. And focus. Okay. You can see they're green and gold, kind of a swirl. I think that's an enamel on there. The interior is sort of a gold tone. The style of earring these are the kind of like a. I know there's a name for this. I always forget this particular style class, but it goes like that. It gives you a better idea of the color and everything right there while I'm holding it. I'm just going to lay that right there. I'm taking both off the card. I did not see any kind of a name or anything on there. Hey, Marlene. Welcome. So, and all right. So I'm just going to call these the green and gold earrings. Go ahead and start with, and we'll start these at 5, I guess. I don't know. I think we'll set them at 5. So you can see that's what they look like all the way around. Just kind of gonna get that to focus a little better. There we go. There they are. And put that up on the screen. So to start with, haven't been usually starting with jewelry, but tonight I have decided to change my pattern a little bit. We'll start with jewelry, and then I'm going to switch over to something else. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I got some Hallmark stuff too. Well, sort of Hallmark. Came from Hallmark stuff. So we'll show you that after this. And my camera is kind of an odd angle here. Let me see if I can fix that. There. Let's just cut a bit around just to keep it together. And then while pondering that, and I make sure I give enough time to account for the lag in between the video. For those new to this kind of thing, if you're watching the video later especially, there's a lag between what I see and what you see. Typically it's between 7 to 10 seconds. So when you type something in the chat, I may not see it right away, or I do see it right away, but It may because you didn't. I didn't. I didn't give you enough time to react before I pull something off the screen. So I try to make sure I'm giving you enough time to decide if you're interested or not. Sorry, I just dropped something. So okay, no interest in that. We will pass on those. And like I said, I say every time, if anybody sees this later and they're interested, and we've gone off the air, or whether we're still on the air, just let me know either in the chat if it's live or by email if you're interested. Happens a lot recently that there are people who, for one reason or another, couldn't watch the auction live and watched it later and decided that they saw something that didn't sell that they were interested in. So anybody familiar with Willow Tree? This was brand new in the box. I still have the box. Even the wrapping and everything that came in. Yes, it says 2024. I realize that. But you know what? These are still collectible, and people still have it. Still has the tag on it. And you could, if you're a creative person, take that little 2024 thing off and just use it as it is. Or maybe you have some reason to cherish the year 2024 because somebody was born then or whatever. Anyway, that's I have two of these. They're identical. I guess it's technically an ornament. And I will start this at $6. I did kind of comp these because I was kind of curious what the deal for. So this is, people are asking more than what I'm asking. I was really surprised actually about that. But we will put that. Oops. So I hit the enter key, and I have two of these. Yeah, they're identical. If there's any interest in that, again, you can see it's Willow Tree. Yeah. It looks like it's about. Where's my ruler? So it looks like it's going to be about approximately 3 3/4 inch tall, almost 4 inches tall. This ruler is strange. It doesn't start at 0. I don't know why they did that, but and I don't feel like cutting the plastic to make it work that way. But I'll have to find myself a better ruler. So okay, so there's that. Like I said, with the original packaging that it came in. Reading a little story on the side about the artist Susan Lord that designed it. So, okay, and while I'm pondering that, let's. I've got another necklace. I'll show. I'm just going to look for my board here. I'm displaying it, which I just had in front of me a minute ago. Like I said, I thought I was organized tonight. I'll just do it a different way. Okay, we'll figure it out. All right, we'll pass on this. Let me repackage that up. And we will show you a nice necklace. It's green. It has a magnetic clasp. It's 3 strands of green and gold. And I was trying to determine. If it was glass or not. It doesn't seem cold to me, but I can often be misled by that. But this clasp right here on the top, that's magnetic, so it just pulls apart. Looks like it's about 16 to 18 inches in that range. Now while I put this back in its nice tight packaging here. We do have an eBay channel. I don't have much out there right now, but a little less than 100 items. So, and I do intend to try and bulk that up soon, given some time here. Oops, I can get that off the screen and give you a price. Does it glow under black light? Well, let's test it. Let me take it away from the light and put it in my hand. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it does anything out of the ordinary here. I'll pull the light away so it's not quite so intense, but it's just lighting up my hand. But it's not, beads don't seem to be doing much of anything. So, no, I would say no. Okay. Again, this is green and gold necklace. And we'll start this at 7, I guess we'll say. Typically. So, again, it's a magnetic clasp. It pulls apart. Pretty strong magnet. I was really impressed with that, by the way. And where's my ruler? I'm going to get an approximate length here. It looks like it's going to be 16. So, if I find my darn board, I would have displayed it on the board. I must have moved it when I was trying to dig out some other stuff, and I probably moved it out of my way. Well, that's not nice. Oh, there they are. I knew they were close by. So to give you a better idea of how it looks when it's hanging on your neck, it's put it on the board correctly helps. And I'm going to stand that up and bring the camera up, and you can just see how it lays out here. There. Okay, gives you the idea how it looks. Okay, what to do next? Let's see here. Bracelet. I had a couple. Let's go with this one. And I think ooh, this is interesting. Okay, we'll pass on this. This is going to be an interesting bracelet. I did not realize this one. Let's bring this down. I'll bring it over to the bracelet. And it kind of looks like it's a combination of white and a kind of a dark. Again, it's not focusing here. Let me fix this. Get some silver tone beads, some white pearl-like beads, and some brown and some black beads. But put it under the black light, and some of those glow a little bit. Those little tiny beads. To me, when I shine the light on them, they glow a blue. It just doesn't show well on the camera. I don't know why it doesn't, but I think the blue. My camera's getting confused by the light. Really do. But these little beads, like these one here, I'm going to hold them between my That one right there next to the white bead, it's glowing blue under the light. When I take the light away, it's just really dark. Isn't that cool, huh? So I wish it would show up better on camera. It just doesn't. And I think the camera's getting confused by the ultra try again. See how they're black, and then when I shine the light on them, they kind of look blue. Well, let me do that. That's a good point. Yeah, they are glowing blue. Really surprisingly blue. Anyway, okay. I don't even know what to ask for this one anyway, but I'm gonna. This is a. It's got that memory wire in it, so you see how it's. Whoop, you let it go, and it's got what they call memory wire in it. So it's really. Let me back up the camera a little bit. So I'm gonna spread it out and show you. See how it does that? And it just snaps right in there. So you can put this on any size wrist because it will just adjust itself to around the wrist. So that's pretty cool too. Okay. So memory wire bracelet. Oops, I spelled bracelet right. There we go. We'll start this at $6, I guess. See if anybody's interested at that. Again, you can see it. And the regular light is just a brown and white and black, and those little tiny black beads glow under the black light. Okay. All right. Let's see what we're going to do next here. Oh, I did say something about rings. Let me show. I think I showed this one. Did I show this one before? Maybe not. Let me see what else I got here. All right. Okay. No interested in the bracelet. Oh, natural beads. Yeah, it could very well be. Those could very well be gemstone beads, but I did not test them. I couldn't Google. Okay. No, Google is pretty good about most things, isn't it? So, okay, we're going to pass on that. And let's do a ring, which I've been promising. I promised last week I'd do some rings. Yeah, get a little more light in here. So here's the ring. Let me focus there. And I think I got it so you can see the size pretty much. I got it right. It's right around between 6 1/4 and 6 1/2. So there's no markings on it. So I'm just going to assume it's silver tone. And I'm going to set this down for a second. I can type. And focus that again. There we go. And it's got little tiny beads in it. So I'm just going to call it, the swirl, for lack of a better description, I guess. I'm going to call it a swirl ring. And we'll start this at $5. I have no idea what the material is. If it's silver, you're getting a bargain. But I don't think so. It could be silver plate. I did not see any markings. reset. Let's see if this thing will. I don't see any markings in there. Do you? There's a little bit of staining or something, but don't think that's any marking. Let me double check with my loop, but what I saw on the inside there, I don't think it was a mark. I think it was just discoloration in the material. Yeah, I can't see. If there's something there, it's not legible. Let me get my light a little closer so I can see it myself. Now, bear with me for a second. I'm just going to double check, because there is a little bit of a something on the inside there, but I can't. If it's really worn, they may have worn down all there. Now, of course, for a second I thought it was something there, but okay. We'll just see how it looks. Oops, I didn't put that up on the screen. I keep forgetting to do that today. So it's a 6.5. I was between 6.25 and 6.5. I would call it. I mean, I could probably stretch it a little bit with my mandrel if I really wanted to. But just to double check, see there. Looks. I would call that 6.25. Okay. I'll put that in the chat in case somebody comes along later, decides they were interested. Okay. I do have more rings. That's the first one I grabbed. Okay. How about some earrings? Now, let's see here. Okay. We will go with some sterling to start with here, I think. Let me get my display set up. Just got to get them out of the bag, and it's. I actually had a good day today for the most part. Had my annual physical, and all's well. So, yes. So we'll start with our first sterling item. I don't think these are marked in a way that is obvious, but I know that I do have a high confidence in that they're sterling. Okay, we're going to pass on this guy. Yeah, I mean, I've got, like everybody, I got to have, not perfect by any means. I have my own problems and stuff, but there was nothing scary, I guess. So good news. All right, bring this down. These are sterling, and they have almost like an onyx kind of stone in there. Let's get the text off of there. Let's get that to focus again. It's focusing on the hair. See if I should have taken a piece of tape and cleaned all that cat hair off there. Yeah, do just that. I'll go right back. Get some of that cat hair off of there so it doesn't. Easy with a little bit of tape can do, huh? There. That looks better, right? Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. So that's too much lights. Let's cut that back and bring this light around this way. There, we can see the detail better. Okay. I'm going to call these the sterling with black stone post earrings. They're post. And we'll start these at $10. Let me take them off of there and show them against my hand because I think it looks better that way. And you can see also get the size. My thumb's about an inch, so it gives you an idea, rough size of what they look like. And back. And set it down here and grab the other one so you can see them both up close. Come on, focus. It keeps focusing on my hand. There we go. I see Barb at 10. Sorry, my hands are very this is what comes with age, right? You cannot have a steady hand. Again, I see the back there. And I think even the backing is labeled. Let me double check that before I say that in total confidence, but yes. The backing is marked 925. You might be able to see it, but I don't think so. It's too much glare. Okay. Yes, and I actually, I'm going to have something that will work. That's a good suggestion. I have a pair of tweed. Well, I do have tweed. Now we're going to knock these down. I do have a pair of tweezers here. I have my tweezers I use for working on jewelry. Just happened to be in this room. So, gosh, why didn't I think of that? And I've seen other people do that, and I just don't think to do it. But there. There. So there it is. Okay. All right. Well, that's long enough. I think we will say sold to Barb for $10. Oops, almost misspelled one word here. The simplest word there. Thank you, Barb. Let me find the appropriate little container to put those in. And put your name on it. Oh, what did I do? There it is. Oh, no, that's not it. No, it'll work. And today is the 25th. Summer solstice was on Sunday, longest day of the year. There. Written down and accounted for. And put that in a safe place. Okay. Those out of the picture. Let's see here. I got a really strange thing. Anybody needs a really strong. Oops, that's not a part of it. Nice strong lock. I got this. Brinks lock. It's one of those kinds that's made out of layers and layers and layers of metal. It works, and there's only the one key. Anybody desperate for a really good padlock? I'll give you a good deal here. These, I know what these go for new. You'll have to get an extra key, so that's like a buck. I don't know how much they charge you guys for keys around where you live, but you can get a key for like $1 or $1.50 or something like that. We'll start this at $3. Anybody interested? I have one. I don't need it. I got plenty of them, so it just happened to have just the one key for it. And it's the original key because it has the Brinks name on it. And anybody needs a padlock, I think these go for like around $10 or something new. So, yep, yeah, they do the whole video, camera systems and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. It seems like I used to see their ads every once in a while. I haven't done it lately. Okay, let's see. What was I going to do next? Oh, yeah. I see Barb at 3. Yeah, I'm not going to belabor this too long. I'm just trying to set up the next item here. And then once I'm done that, I'll mark it sold here. Oh, new for your gate. Cool. Okay. Like I said, you can just go to your local Ace Hardware or store, or maybe even Walmart. I have no idea. I've never seen one at Walmart, but I know Home Depot and Lowe's and Ace Hardware, they all have key making facilities. So, in fact, now they've got one at one of the places we were. They have one you make your own. You go in there and bring your key, and it tells you what kind of key you need to get for a blank, and then you do it. You stick it in the machine, and it does it for you. Thank you, Barb. Let me write that down. Okay. There. I've got a necklace and bracelet set. And I'm going to have to... I guess I'm going to have to bring this up a little bit. By my hands. There. And focus. And it's kind of like I would call it a faux pearl and gold tone and clear crystal with a toggle style clasp. And it's the same thing on the bracelet. And the bracelet has the same bead pattern. Let me focus that. Excuse me. I guess I'm dropping things tonight. As you can see, it's kind of a interesting pattern. So we'll put that down below. Again, focus on that. And there's a toggle clasp. I did not see any kind of a name on this, scribed anywhere, or any kind of markings. None of it felt cold to me, so I'm going to assume. In fact, I'll do this just to show it all at once here. Bear with me for a second. Little crockery here. Yeah. So there's the bracelet. I opened up the bracelet so you can see it. That it all matches together. Oops, let me get rid of the padlock message on there. White gold tone necklace and bracelet. Oh, we'll start this at $7. How's that? And I'm going to say that this is probably 16. Let me double check that. I'm going to take the toggle apart here, and because it's multi-strand, I'm going to try and do it with my tape measure, which I just had my hands on. I say that, and now it's not there. Huh. Well, then we'll do it the other way. Let me put it against my ruler. 14-inch looks like a drop on that. So 14-inch. I'm going to put it down below here and just show it like that. Okay. And I'm going to show something I showed last week, and I can't remember. We talked about it, but I don't think I actually put a price on it. I'm kind of guessing as to what I'm going to even ask for it. But yeah. Okay. No interest in that. That's fine. Oops. Yeah. Take that off the screen and pass on that. We'll bring up this next item, which I think I'm going to have to back up the camera for. This is an Edward Scissorhands poster, and this is where I definitely should find my tape measure. I was just using it a while ago. It's so frustrating. Because I need to measure something else. And now it's not here. I didn't put it away. I didn't drop it on the floor. My goodness. Anyway, let's get it up there. Scissor. Am I going to spell this wrong? I have to look at the poster. Scissorhands, and this is in a plastic sleeve. Inside a plastic sleeve. So it's paper, but it's in this plastic sleeve, and you can take it out. I think, yeah, right there on the top. So there's nothing on the back. Just plain paper. I didn't see any kind of markings or indication of what was used or what was used for. But I'm going to say that it looks like roughly 24 inches by 16, maybe. And you're getting some reflection on there from the light. I know that's what that's from. See if I turn this light away. You won't quite see it. I misspelled Scissorhands even though I'm looking right at it. S-C-I-S-S-O-R. There we go. Poster. I'm going to start this at $10. If there's any interest. And well, I'll keep, while you're thinking about that and pondering it, I will keep looking for my tape measure. It's got to be here. Huh. Well, the Well, I can do it the hard way. Let's see. Looks like it's 12. I'd say 16. 16. Okay, I was off by it, but 16 by it looks like 11. So. Yeah, I say it's this really nice plastic clear, plastic sleeve, which is really nice. So it really has been protected well. Don't know if there are any fans out there of Johnny, but I thought I could put it out there and see if anybody's interested. A classic, yes. He is an amazing actor. Quite versatile, I think. Just trying to organize my stuff around me here and figure out if I straighten things up a little bit. Maybe I'll find my tape measure, but I guess not. I must have picked it up and moved it to somewhere else. That is strange. Because I always leave it right on this desk in front of me. That's okay. We may do with what I have. Okay, well, no interest in that. That's fine. We'll pass. And, oops. Let's get rid of that. And let's put that aside. Okay. What next? What next? What next? Oh, yes. Here we go. Now, I got an interesting pair of earrings here. I'm trying to find the mate. There it is. So I tried to look these up because I was kind of curious as to what it thought they were. And they called this artisanal glass beads, and they called it possibly Murano. And I'm going to say I don't know. But we will go with, let me get this down closer. There. So they are glass, and you can see, oops, that one's not staying on the card. You can see the artisanal feature, the little gold tone bead and the gold tone air wire on it. And it's kind of they called it an aqua, I guess. It, to me, looks more, and my wife says I'm colorblind. So when it comes to certain colors, so that may be true, but you can sort of see the coloring there. I think it's showing it pretty fair on the screen. So, I'm just going to call these the. Is aqua the right color? Let me see. Let's see what Google thinks it is for color. You call it dark green, so I will too. Dark green. Art glass. They call it Murano art glass, but I'm not. Again, I can't confirm and deny. But I do think they're worth at least. I should start these at least around $8. I think that's a good start. And we'll leave it there to your discretion. Give you a rough idea of the size. As you can see, actually, what did I do with it? Somewhere's on here I have a coin to use for reference. I moved it. Oh, there it is. Just so you have an idea, there's a quarter. just so you have a rough idea of size. Okay. While you guys are thinking about that one, let me, yeah. Oh, yeah, let me do this. Let me see what size this is. Okay. Like I said, it's been an interesting day. Good day for, at least as far as my appointments go. I thought there was a marking on this one. Guess not. Okay. Like I said, I did promise to bring some rings. So far, I think somebody was asking for 7 in that range. So, anyway, we saw my little short I put out there of the deer in our yard. She's been coming back almost every day. I walked out to the garden. It was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday to check on my strawberries. I've been picking strawberries. If you follow me on Facebook, you probably saw the pictures I posted. And I'm out there checking on our pepper plants and some other stuff, and just doing quick weeding and stuff. And I look up, and there she is, not 100 feet away, maybe, on the other side of the yard, munching away. Every once in a while, she'll look up at me and then go back to eating. And it's like, wow. So the funny thing is, our dog saw her 2 days ago, started barking at her. She just raised her head up, looked at him, and like, yeah, you're behind a fence. I'm not worried about you. And just kept right on eating. Every once in a while, looking at them. But yeah, I think that our puppy, I think she's now 15 months old. I think she thought it was just a big dog. I don't think she had any idea what it was. So here's the funny thing, but it comes around a lot. And it's all by itself. So we're thinking if she's not with other deer, which is typically what we see, we assume that maybe she's got a fawn hidden in the field. We have a big field past our barn that we don't do anything with. We let it overgrow and let the birds and bees and whatever have fun with it. And the deer often do bed out there. And so we're wondering if she's got a fawn nearby or something, and that's why she's staying in the area. But it's interesting. But didn't see her today, but that doesn't mean she wasn't around. I wasn't around much myself today. So, but okay, no interest in those nice earrings. So we will put those aside. And hang on a second. I don't want to fall off the card here. Yeah, okay. Another ring. So this one's another 6.5. Oops, let me get that off the screen. This is another 6.5, I think. Yeah. Yeah, nice and focused now. Gold tone. A little rhinestones there or something, and kind of a flower shape. I thought this was a particular brand I had got a few things up from, but no, there was no name on it I could find. So I don't have any information on this ring. Like I said, 6.5, and nothing fits on my fingers because I've got swollen knuckles from arthritis, but there's what it looks like when you're wearing it. Now if we can get the focus now. There we go. And I'm going to set this down. So, let me see, what else can I say about it? Flower. We'll start this at $5. How's that? So I don't know much about it. I wish I did a little more, but there's just no information with it. I do have some other brand name ones from this one particular company, and I'll show you some of those as well as we go along. I think I have at least one or two silver rings somewhere. I'm just digging through the pile now. Let's see what I have. I also have some of those stone rings, but most of those are small, 5.25 to 6.5. I got a bunch of those. Okay, it's not focusing very well, is it? Yeah, maybe that doesn't help much, does it? Too much light, maybe. Yeah, that's it. There we go. But it does throw, my camera does seem to not like a lot of light. Okay, that was a ring. Let's see, where are we? We haven't done much for necklaces, so let's try and do something there. Oh, nope. Nope. No, this one. If it's got a brand name or not. Okay, so I'm just trying to set up this necklace here. Oh, somebody typed something. Yeah, looks great. Okay, thank you. Okay, and we will pass on that. And we will bring up a necklace. Then we'll do something non-jewelry here in a minute. So this, let me set this down for a second. Hang on. This to me, I think the pendant. At first, I thought it was maybe could be a stone, but I don't think so. But it's got that nice greenish glow to it, and it's gold tone backing, and then all these beads that are a combination of different colors. There we go. And I'm going to say this is probably let's take my ruler again. Yeah, I was going to guess 18. I was right. 18 inch. So, necklace. We'll start this one at, oh goodness. 7. We'll say 7. I'm just stuck as sometimes my brain just doesn't always want to go where I think it wants to go. And it does have an extender, and it does have a lobster claw style clasp. It's already extended, so that 18 is including extension. So you could go down to 16, it looks like, and even a little longer. So, yeah. Okay. All righty. Oh, it's definitely this one too. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to organize here a little bit. Not too much, so I know what I'm going to show next. I thought I had more sterling handy. Give me a second. Let me look through the pile of stuff. I thought I had some more sterling. No. Oh, they do a brand name. We'll show that one sometime soon here. And let me see what these are. Okay. Trying to set things up here, and we'll do this next. No interest in that one, so we will pass. Now I've got a smallish bracelet, very delicate. I want to get your length on it here first. It's all made. It's got tiger eye in it. Oh, let me get that on screen. Now I want to get the length. There we go. I thought it was kind of short. Yeah, it is just around 6. Looks like 6.5. Yeah, I knew it was shorter than the 7. The average you typically see out there is 7.5. This is only 6.5, but it has got this gold tone clasp. And I'm going to bring this down so I don't have to bring my hand up so high. And you can see it's got little gold tone beads in there, and you can see the tiger eye in there. And we put it back together here. Yeah, I'm going to pull it off screen so I can do that. So I was checking to see if it was labeled or anything, marks or anything like that, and didn't see anything. But I'm going to start this at 7. Only because of the tiger eye. It is really a pretty tiger eye. Very delicate. And as you can tell, it's not a stretchy at all. So, okay. Oh, what to do next? Necklace, yes. Necklace. Just that necklace. Bracelet. Oh, I could go with some non-jewelry things. Let me do that. What have I got in mind? Okay. I just had that in my hands a second ago. There you go. Oh, there it is. Okay. No interest. Okay, no problem. We'll pass on that. And I have this little gold and silver clutch. Is camera back again. And it is just a simple clutch. It's made of a magnetic piece here, and it's just a polyvinyl, whatever you want to call it. No, just a simple, nothing, no pockets or anything like that. It's just a very simple but dressy looking little clutch. And We'll start this at $5. There's any interest? See, nothing complicated about it. There's no pockets extending the exterior. It's just a very simple one pocket, low clutch with a magnetic clasp. I didn't see any. Well, there's a marking in the bottom there. I can't make it out. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Oh, tag that came loose. So it lost this little tag that was on the inside, but somebody decided to keep it. Do not machine wash. 100% PVC. Wipe clean only. Dressy looking, Like I say, if you just want to keep a couple simple things with you, you don't want carrying, just your ID and a few bucks or whatever. Okay. I do have a couple of things like that. Oh, yeah. Let's do this next. Give me a second here. While you're looking at that, I'm going to untangle the necklace that I wasn't paying attention to, and I tangled it up. There we go. I'll put it on the board while you're looking at that. This is going to be a necklace and earring set. Okay. Oh, I see Barb at 5. Sorry, Barb, I wasn't looking at my screen. Thank you. We'll say sold to Barb for $5. Thank you. Let me put that with your other items. And now I've got a 9 West necklace and earring set. I'm going to put the earrings on a separate display here so you can see them. What did I just do with the other one? Yes. And so it's a matching earring and necklace set. And let me bring the camera down. Let me get rid of this off the screen. And we'll start this at I'm going to have to say 10, I think. And bring the camera down a little bit so you can see it better, I think. All right. Yeah. We'll show you the earrings up close first. They are Shepard Hooks earrings. You can get the little keeper on the back. And then the necklace itself, and there's the 9 West logo. I can get that focus for you. I think it's got a name for it, with a brand, what it is, the style it is. Let me. I can't read that on camera, but maybe you guys could. But this is 9 West Vintage America. Something underneath. I can't make it tiny print underneath that. But it gives you an idea. 9 West Vintage America. So it's a combination of chain and leather, and then coming down, and then the pendant looks like that. It's all metal. Except for the leather, of course. Oops, let me flip it around correctly. My wife recently she'd given our eldest grandson a necklace for him that has a significant pendant on it for him. He's a musician, and a nurse, and forgot that he's left-handed. And when she made it for him and put the thing on, so it was for, so when you put it on, it's for a right-handed person to put the clasp on. So we have to change it for him because he says he can do it, but it's it was interesting. So yeah, never. It's something you don't think about sometimes. That left-handed people fasten things differently. So, so there it is, like that thing. I think it looks like about 18-inch, I would guess too. By the way. So, okay. Where are we next here? Oh, let's do another ring if I can find a decent one here. I showed this one last week, but I don't remember. Let's see. No, that's not the one. I'm trying to find a 7 for you because I know somebody specifically asked for 7. That's cute. That's a 7 1/4. Interesting. Huh. Okay. No interest in the 9 West set. Yeah, I did find 7 1/4, but not what I was looking for. But we'll take it anyway. Okay, we will pass on this one. Oops. Click on the wrong thing and get this rid of that. There we go. Put that back in its container. Okay. Yeah, I found this cute little ring, and I'm going to stick it on my finger because I think it's the easiest way to show it. And bring the camera down here so I don't have to reach across too high. I got to change this table. This table is way too low. So this is a 7. What did I say it was? 7 1/4 ring. It's carnelian. Made out. It's a carnelian stone ring. You can see it's very thin. There's a label that we had on it. 7 1/4 carnelian. It's just a simple carnelian ring, right? Nothing complicated about it. 5 carnelian ring. We'll start this at $4. How's that, huh? Very simple stone ring. It is stone. It can you probably don't want to take and wrap it against the hard surface or something like that. Don't know how strong carnelian is, but I see Barb at 4. I think somebody said was looking for size 7s type size 7 ring, so I started going through some of these really quickly and made sure I could find something. I've got some rings that are adjustable too, so it maybe it's a size 6 on the thing, but you can make it a size 7, that kind of thing. My wife is telling me she knows a lot more about jewelry obviously than I do, and she said, well, adjustable rings were pretty much mostly what you got back in the 30s and 40s because they that was the easiest thing to do, and that was pretty common. Even the nice rings back then were adjustable. So, all right, we'll say so to Barb for $4, and thank you. And I'll put out your other stuff. I didn't write that down. I should write that down. Yeah. Before I forget that. Okay. Oh, how about some earrings? Nothing complicated about these. I don't think they're silver. They appear to be There's a silver tone. I'm going to offer both sets. So yeah, it looks like I guess you'd call it amethyst color. They're not amethyst. And we'll start these at $4 also. So shut up close here. They are post earrings. I didn't check them with my magnet, but I'm checking them now. Not magnetic. Let me zoom in and do that so you get a better idea of the color. And while that is there, let me see earrings. We just did a necklace. We did, do this other necklace. Or maybe I'll do something non-jewelry related. Again, we get the folks that are interested in the Freddie Mercury item. You got to let me know in the chat. I won't bring it up unless somebody asks. But if somebody asks, I will. I've got them right here, really close by. I may show them anyway towards the end, just to show you what I've got. Okay, where was I? That's earrings. We just did necklace. We did rings. Oh, this came from the state. I didn't realize I had this. What did I do here? Yeah. Okay. You'd like to see it? Okay. I'll do that right now then. We only got a few people out there, I think, but we'll do that. And I did look them up because I had I did. It's been a while since I looked at these, so I have two. I have a small one and a large one. I'll show you the small one first, and I'm going to switch cameras to do that because there's no way I can do it on this camera. So bear with me. And you see my smiling face again. And so let's do the small one first. I say that now I have to put my hands on it. No, that's not it. All right, we'll do the large one first. Oh, there it is. Off to the side. Freddie and the Flag, it's called. It says, Freddie Flies the Flag by Trevor Horswell. It is signed by Trevor Horswell. It is numbered and stamped. There's even a little, let me see if I can get this to focus on this or not. But right in that corner, there's a stamp and a number. And this is number 607 out of 850. It has been matted. And it's got the hanger on the back already. So it is ready to be hung up on the wall. A little bit of shrinking there, but it's nothing serious. There it is. It is. Let me give you a rough idea of the size here. The picture itself is 10 by, looks like 10 by 16, roughly at the inside. So that's Freddie and the Flag, and it's on this. It's on the foam board backing with a mat around it. and there's no paper or plastic or anything over the front of it. So um, that is that. And let me see. While you're looking at that, let me see. That was, yeah, that was going. When I looked this up, the best deal I could find on this was around $40. I'm not going to ask $40. There's a little bit of, looks like a little bit of staining on this edge here and down here, but the picture itself is fine. And of Freddy. So you might want to, maybe you can remat it or whatever, but it is numbered, so the inside. So I'm going to say $20. So let me just set that down for a second so I can type. The flag, by the way, is a British flag, so in case you're wondering. We'll start this at 20. I guess I could show it on the other camera. Let me see if it'll show part of it, but don't show the whole thing. The camera slid down. There, just say it this way I don't have to hold on to it too much here and then risk doing something stupid. So there's that one. The other one is much, much bigger. And I forget who the artist is that made this one. Let me see if it's on the I still have the shipping carton it came in. We had ordered this for someone, and they decided on something else. So it's 26 by 18, the other one. And the artist, I think his name starts with like Meal or Mile or something like that. And I'll show you that one. And let me switch cameras again. We'll show you that. And I'm going to have to, yeah, it is a nice picture. And, oops, I keep hitting the wrong button here. Back camera, change camera. Okay, back to me. Okay, and like I said, this thing is still in the crate. So I'm taking it out of the crate. It still has the plastic on it. And this is, what did I say, 26 by 17. Or something like that. 22 by 17. And it's a geometric picture of Freddy. And that's the packing, the corner thing that was in there. Yes. Yeah, this is a really nice one. And it's on a canvas, on a wooden frame. You can comes with the screws still attached to it. I don't think it has any information in here about it. But if you go ahead, if you want to snap a picture of it or whatever and look it up, you can find this on Amazon. So I know what it's going for on Amazon, and I'll say the same price on this one, $20. I paid more than that for it, but I don't have anybody that wants it. So I'll take a loss. I know what I paid for it because it was a long time ago when I bought it. But yeah. And of course, it's going to be the shipping will be not great because it's the size of the box it comes in. But yeah. So that's what we have for Freddy. So anybody interested, of course, and if they're watching this video later, shoot me a note, and we'll see what we can do for you. Let me switch cameras back again to the other one, and I gotta bring this down. Yeah. Okay, so this is a necklace that came from the estate, and I can't even display it on the board because it's so long. This came from the estate, and I'm going to try and get it. I have to bring the camera back up actually to show it because it's not going to. It's just so big. move my light out of the way here. Hang on. My light's in the way. Get this board out of here. And it's really long. The tag on it's just to remind me where it came from. I did not see a name on it. It's not that old because it's a lobster stock claw clasp. I don't know. I don't think these are real pearls. I can't think of a pearl that would be that large. But it's got this really long piece that hangs down from the bottom, and I'm going to say this looks like. Let me get my ruler here. I'm betting this is close to 20. Okay, so that's 11 inches. So it's 22 inches just in the piece to the first bead. And then these little beads here with the little silver tone highlights around them. And the same thing here on when you get down to the larger one down here. Again, the silver tone. And even on the base pieces, there's the silver tone little pieces. So that is this really long. I'm going to do it this way so you can see the whole thing. Necklace. Focus. There we go. Price on the second one? I think I said 20. Or I'm taking a loss on it, but I just don't have the time to mess with it. I know what I paid for it 3 years ago, 5 years ago. That's quite a few years ago. And I've seen it on Amazon for 35. So I think is what they're asking. That's what I wrote down. So yeah. So I would say 20 plus shipping, obviously. So it is the box is sizable. So the shipping's going to get you a little bit. Probably pay as much for shipping as it is for the print. I'm guessing. I didn't even bother to try it. It's not heavy, but okay, that's fine. All right, so let's do this long. I'm going to call it faux pearl estate necklace. Oh gosh, what did I say I want for this thing? I don't even remember. I'm not going to ask. I'm going to start this at $9. I have no idea. I didn't even try to comp this one. I should have probably, but because it did come from an estate, and that little white tag is just my tag. Didn't come with it. It's just to keep track of the inventory. I didn't bother to take it off because I want to keep track of which was the estate stuff and which wasn't. So. You're welcome, Barb. I'm glad you're curious about that. And like I said, I've had both of those for quite a while. So, okay, throw a little more light on. Does that help? Not really. It's interesting how my camera reacts to that. Isn't that funny? I wonder if my other camera's better about that. I'll have to mess around with that sometime. My camera settings are not particularly flexible. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if my settings do anything about the camera. Okay. Oh, I see your bid, Barb. Hang on. Let me just get out of my thing I was checking on. And we're going to say sold to Barb. Whoops. Did something again. type it in the right place. So to buy for $9. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For some reason, when I looked at that, I was thinking like the 20s, 30s flappers thing, but I know it's not that old because of the type of class that's on it. But like I say, it came from the estate, and she had some nice stuff. Not the same. Okay, this looks like a really, really large ring. Let's see if I get something better. I'm gonna do some earrings. Meanwhile, instead, bring this back down. Okay. Focus, focus, focus. These are some really unusual earrings. So there's the post right there. And they're like a wire with bead earrings. Oops, let me get that off the screen here. So I'm going to call these the wiry. Is that the right way of spelling wiry? I guess so. And bead earrings. And we'll start this at $6. I think they're kind of different. So you can see they are a shepherd's hook, really, kind of earring almost like, but it's not quite. It's got it kind of ends like a shepherd's hook, but it's not a shepherd's hook. It's got the little keeper because you're going to need that once you put these earrings on. So if I take one of them off, give you a better idea of how it looks. There's the earring. So really very unusual, I think. Kind of cool earring. Somebody was very creative, I think, in this. And they must have fixed it so that nothing moves around on it somehow. I'm not quite sure how they did that. But yeah, they're definitely different. They're very different. But I thought when we saw them, it's like, oh wow, this is really cool. And I know there are folks out there that love this kind of stuff. So, oops, sorry, that was my light fell over. So I guess as if you would wear it, it really would look like that as you're looking at it from the front. So, like I said, you got the little keeper here, the keeper from falling out of your ear. So I think that's what we'll call them. And while I'm thinking about that, let me look to see what else. We just did necklace. We did earrings, a bracelet. I have some more bracelets, don't I? Yeah. I don't think I showed this one last week. Don't remember. Maybe I did. But I didn't. Oh, I didn't show this one last week, I don't think. Let's do that. Yeah, they are very different. Yeah. Okay, we will pass. And I guess this next item, I'm going to say, could be either a bracelet or an anklet. It depends on your point of view, I guess. I think I showed this one before in the past, but I don't recall. So there it is, and it's got a clasp on it right there. So I suppose you could wear it as a bracelet and then adjust it however you want for your length, which is kind of nice, or you could wear it as an anklet. And you can see it's got these little rhinestones inside each of these pieces here. So this is way too bright. Let me Let's make it brighter. Sorry. Let's kill that altogether. There we go. And actually, what I have discovered sometimes with these particular things, it doesn't like to burn. Oh, sorry. A piece of paper put under it. Sometimes it looks better against white. In this case, I think it does. So you can see it's got these round little disc things, but each side of each of those is like a rhinestone. Trying to flip it over. Sorry, my fingers are just too big. All right. Yeah. I want to be able to see it, that they're all there. And again, it's adjustable. So, bracelet or anklet? I'm going to put that as a question because I don't know. We'll start this at $5. How's that? And like I said, this can easily be either or, because if you wore it as a bracelet, you just have this little decorative chain hanging down. If you wore it as an anklet, same deal. Definitely too small for a necklace or a choker. But each one of these is a stone. Okay. Meanwhile, I gotta fix this other thing. Just messing with. Put that those nice wire earrings, as I called them, back on the card, so I don't lose them. Separate them. Okay. Yeah, those are there. I did show this last week, but I'm going to show it again today, only because I didn't really take the time to see if anybody was interested last week. Okay. All right, no interest in that. It will pass. And another non-jewelry item. Let me bring the camera up. I'm going to have to bring it back. I think I'll see if I can zoom out a little bit. I think I can still zoom out a bit. Yeah, Monkeys poster in what they call sepia tone. I got my ruler here. Will give you an idea of the size. This looks like it's about 11 by 14. 11 by 14. Oh, and it's on like a rigid board. The sepia toning is mounted to a rigid board. You can actually hang it. It's got a little cardboard thing you can flip on the back. We'll start this at $8. Is any interest? Excuse me. Of course, Mike Nesmith is still with us. I think Peter Tork died just a couple of years ago. Davy Jones died quite a while ago. And Mike Nesmith, no, not Mike Nesmith. Mike Nesmith died. The one up on the top right, you're right. Yeah, top right is still going, is still with us. In fact, I just saw him in concert on TV the other day. Thought it was really interesting. Is that because I think Mike Nesmith's the one on the bottom right. So I see Barb at 8. Anybody else interested? It'd be 9 or more. So, as we are going, Mickey, yes, Mickey Dolans. Thank you. I just had to hear the first name and I could think of the last. Yes, he's the only surviving member. Yeah, and he's still performing occasionally. So, yeah, my wife is a big fan. I got a couple other albums that I should put out there on eBay sometime. They're in really good shape. Yeah. Okay, well, we will say sold to Barb. Oops, almost spilled that. For $8. Thank you. Put that with your other stuff here. I better write that down. 2. That's a good idea. Okay. All right. Take that off the screen. All right. Necklace. I got this necklace. It is, had to write it down. It's Jasper and Heishi beads and a little Zuni bear, I think is what they call it, on it. Let me, it's the side with it. I'll actually show it. I think I'll do it this way. Bring the camera down, up and down. Give it an overhead shot. I think that's the best way to do it. And we'll show it up close. Is it better with that background or with this background? Let's test here real quick. Yes, that shows it much better. Gives you the pattern of the Jasper. So that gray is really throwing me off for some reason on some things. Okay. Did I write down what I was going to ask for this one? No, I didn't. Okay, so Jasper, I said that word really weird. And Heishi bead necklace. I'm not even going to put the little Zuni bear mentioned in there, but you can see him. We're going to start this at $9. I misspelled Heishi. It's supposed to be Heishi. That's okay. You know what I mean. So, yeah, so it is a true Jasper. It is cold. And there's the one side, and there's the other. Polished up nicely. The little guy here, the little Zuni type bear. And I guess Heishi beads are made from, I think it says something about coconut, I believe what they said. So, and the clasp is really old, a screw type clasp. So I'm guessing this necklace is just, I put that tag on it with the description for me because I knew I wasn't going to remember what stone and what beads what the beads were. But it's got a screw type clasp. That's an older style clasp. It's also got a little bit of tarnish on it, looks like. So it may be silver. It wasn't magnetic, I can tell you that. I did test it. And it's not there's some flexibility to the necklace, so it's not a stiff wire in it. But I see Barb at 9. Anybody else would be 10 or more. And I'm thinking about that. I'm going to dig out some other earrings. I know I've got more sterling. I just can't seem to lay my hands on it. I got several boxes of stuff here around me, so I just don't have everything. So I have them all within my reach. Give me a minute while I look for that and see if I can find more. I know I have more. I'm just going to find it. I am literally looking through boxes of stuff. Oh, well, I showed that ring already. That's right, I got some more rings, don't I? Let's do that. Yeah. Nope. Oh, maybe that one. Yeah. Okay. Let me double check this ring now. Get that ready to show you. Okay, no other interest in that one. That's fine. We'll say sold to Barb for $9. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Barb. Let me write that down. Whoop. Okay. That's done. Okay, let me just check this ring, see what size it is. I'm guessing it's pretty close to a 7. Looks like 7.25. And checking for markings. Somewhere here, there it is. And, oops, let me get that off the screen. Say this is, if this isn't silver, I'm going to be awful surprised if it isn't. I'm just not finding a marking that's clear on it. I have to confirm it. Really. Boy, I'm so close to thinking this is really silver, but I'm going to price it as non-silver. I'm going to do the magnet test on it, but it doesn't pass. It does pass the magnet test. This thing to me looks like silver. I just don't have time to test it right now. And it looks like a 7.5. Let me bring this down so I don't have to fumble with the steadiness of my fingers. So 7.5. And it's got a little why is that not focusing? Come on now. There we go. Set it back on there. So the little heart-shaped piece in the center of it. So it looks like it's falling right about 7.5 for the backside. I could not find any markings, and run it by the camera here just so you guys can see what I'm seeing. It is tarnished somewhat on the inside. Could use a little minor cleaning. Take a toothbrush and some right silver polish. To me, boy, I'm very, more than 50% sure that this is probably silver, but because it's not marked and I haven't had a chance to test it, I can't promise. So I'm going to call this a size 7.5 silver question mark ring. And we'll start this at $8. Okay. I wish I could be more confident in it, but I just. Barb at 8. Damn, I just keep knocking things down off my table here. One of the things I was trying to fix tonight before I started was to get a bigger table next to me. I'm going to do that next week for sure. You can see the light catching that little bit of tarnish on the inside. I mean, if it isn't silver, it's at least silver plated. But I'm feeling, like I said, it's an old enough ring that could be and just not marked. Alrighty, well, seeing no other interest, we're going to say sold to Barb for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me put that over there and write that down. Okay. Oh, where are we here? Oh, I showed that. Don't want to get cut. It's showing the same thing twice here. I think I showed that last week. Let's see here. Just checking something here. No. I'll do that. I'll do that. I found another ring. Let's put that aside for a second. I got a really unusual dichroic, and I think it's on silver. Yes. Okay, I'm going to leave my white down here. It seems to work best. So this is a dichroic piece of dichroic glass and pendant. Let me bring the camera up and down. And just for reference, there's that. Then it is a sterling silver necklace that it's on. The bell here that's on it is not sterling. I'm pretty sure about that. But there's the back. Really interesting dichroic. It's a very delicate chain that's on this for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but it is marked 925. And it's the older round type clasp, not the there's the marking 925. Let me see if that shows. Get that to focus. Sorry, I'm trying to reach two things at the same time. So there's the 925, and I'm pretty confident this is silver. In fact, there's a little bit of tarnish on there. It looks like. Oh, we're going to start this at. I'm going to give you a good deal here, I think. We'll say $10. That's a pretty good deal for a 925 necklace, I think, even without the dichroic. So, but there's the dichroic glasses. By the way, so you can see it's a three-dimensional type of thing. And for those of you who've been here before, you know that this is an artist that we knew who lived here in Vermont and has moved south. So we acquired a lot of her stuff. And once there, I'm going to look up for some. I'm going to try and get some good earrings to show you next. Yeah, well, maybe. I can untangle this. I see Barb at 10. Thank you, Barb. I'm just checking my next items I want to bring up. I don't remember where I got these. Okay. It is like artwork, exactly. Yep. And we're going to say sold to Barb for $10. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me write that down. Getting on 10:30. Maybe I'm going to run it a little bit longer here because I do have one other item. A couple of other items I want to show. Okay. Write that number correctly. There we go. Okay. I have a pair of earrings. I want to show the earrings and the ring, and then we'll show, maybe show the other thing. So this, I believe this is accurate. About what it says about these earrings, that they are miniature flowers that are gathered and by hand and forever pressed. And it looks like in the center they put a little greenish crystal. So, and they're post earring, of course. So, oops, let me get rid of that on the screen here. Sorry. And man, my autofocus is just not working today. Let me do a reset and see if that helps. Okay. And we're going to start these at, I want to say $7. I have no idea. I'm throwing a number out there at this point. I just have no idea what they could be worth. I never even tried to look these up. So I've got a ring that's about a size 8. I don't know if that's going to be anything anybody interested in, but I'll throw it out there. Well, maybe I'll throw a different one. Let's see here. Oh, we showed that one last week. Somewhere it had some. I thought it had a couple of Avon rings somewhere. Well, that one's really big. That's a 9.25. They do have some really large rings. Just looking to see if I had something closer to the 7 range that folks were asking about last week. And you know what? I've got some. Just got to find them. They're just not with the tray of things I got here. Oh, I never even showed these today. Shoot. Well, next week. I got a bunch of stuff I didn't even show tonight. I'm literally sitting on a couple of boxes of stuff here. All right. Oh, and I see Barb at 7. Sorry, Barb. Again, I have my attention looking for the next item. We're going to say sold to Barb. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me write that down. And what was that? That was ground for green flower. Okay. And we are getting on my 10:30 hour, but I did have one other really big item that I wanted to show. Actually, I had a couple, but we'll skip the one to the other. I've got this. What did I do with that clip? There it is. Hang on a second. I'm going to try and find a way to display this in a good way. I've got this really beautiful leather bag. And maybe I'll just show it with my hands. That'll be the easiest way. I'll switch cameras. And I can close it up at the same time. So I have this is all leather, Mexican leather bag, black leather. It has this style clasp here on the lid top. It has a zippered pocket here in the front. It has a zippered pocket on the side here. It's pretty good, pretty deep too, surprisingly. So you can put like a cell phone in there or something. The back is a backpack strap, adjustable. But it also has a handle, so you could use it, you could carry it like that. Excuse me, it's almost itchy. It has a drawstring top that you pull, and you can tighten up the drawstring with this, the little spring knob here. Zippered pocket on the inside. It says right here on the tag, genuine leather. And it's in Spanish as well, right underneath it. It doesn't have a brand name. It just says genuine leather on the tag here. And I think there's just the one zippered pocket on the inside. It's very, very clean. Really, really nice. So I would start this. I did research this one, so let me write that down. So I would start this at around $25. I mean, it is leather, so again, it's in excellent condition. No damage, no tears, no little straggly strings or anything like that. The bottom is clean. You can see, really, really good shape. It's, I wouldn't say like new, but I'll be honest with you, hard to tell with leather because some leather always looks a bit aged anyway. But the clip works nicely, so you have a clip top. I guess that's about. I gotta find my ruler again. Looks like it's about 12 inches, not quite yet. I'd say about 12 inches across at the base. And about maybe 13, 14 inches in length. Almost 12. It's almost 12 by 12. Really interesting in that way. So, but a nice leather backpack. Oh, I thought I put that up on the screen. There we go. That was the one big item I wanted to show tonight. That was, I say big, I mean large. I don't mean expensive. Probably this is the most expensive item I'm showing them. But anyway, there it is. That was the one item I wanted to get to make sure I showed tonight. And I have a few more rings if anybody really wants to see them. There, I've got this really nice one. Hang on, let me get this off the screen. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have the same problem, Barb. That's the reason I usually finish up at 10:30. By then, the dogs are saying, "Hey, I need to go." So, husband's already asleep. So thanks. So I am gonna call it a night myself. So I want to thank you for being here, and give us a like and subscribe if you don't subscribe. It really does make a difference. And the like, of course, always helps. If there's something I have not shown but you think I have, email me, put it in the chat. I will see it and I will bring it. Like I said, like with the Freddie Mercury stuff tonight, to show. And if you didn't get to see it early on, go back and watch the video. And they are available. I know Barb's interested, but first come first serve. I know that's the way it is, but I've got tons and tons of stuff. And in fact, we're in the process of trying to organize a yard sale, so it's just too much to try and sell here, and even on eBay. So that's what I say. If you something you think I have, I have everything from toys to vinyl to comic books and stuff like that. On comic books, you wouldn't believe what the kind of comic books I have. So anyway, that's where it is. You all have a blessed evening, and I'm coming across and we're across soccer. No idea. We've tried to catch some of the games. I haven't had much luck. I have Peacock, which apparently is carrying a lot of the games. But we tried to watch it the other night, and it was in Spanish. I'm not affluent in Spanish, so it was interesting. But yeah, everybody have a great weekend and a blessed night. And we will definitely be on next week. I think that's July 2nd. Is that right? Yeah. And that's where it is. Have a good night.